Well, the idiot in chief has done it again. Just a few days ago, Trump said in the State of the Union, "Our union is stronger than ever." He said that even as many Americans were expressing historic levels of disapproval. He said, "I will be remembered as a peacemaker." Yeah, right. Yeah, and now we wake up this morning that he's bombing Iran. He said in the State of the Union, the American dream is unstoppable. And he said that while many families are still struggling with affordability. So instead of doing things that would help American families, he's spending billions of dollars on another foreign war. Stronger than ever, peacemaker, respected, unstoppable. Yeah, right. Meanwhile, this morning's reality paints a very different picture as the United States and Israel are attacking Iran in major combat operations. But of course, this isn't war, folks. Words matter. Definitions matter. And if you call bombs something other than war, you still have explosions. I'm glad to share a few moments with you today, reflecting on looking out the window of a train, a place where I spent 43 years thinking and analyzing the world around me. Hey, look, this isn't the first morning that I woke up where bombs were dropped somewhere in the Middle East. During the Gulf War, I was on a train. I found out about it through the radio. Look, when you're on a locomotive, you learn quickly that you cannot rename a grade or make a hill flat. You cannot call gravity a suggestion. You cannot redefine tonnage. Reality does not negotiate. So let's reflect. The United States is dropping bombs on another sovereign nation. Missiles are being launched. Retaliation is occurring. Bases are on alert. Oil markets are reacting. But this is not war, because war can only be declared by Congress, and Congress has not declared war. Therefore, these are not acts of war. They are major combat operations, which apparently are something entirely different. You see how language works? We are told this is the work of a peacemaker, a man who has stopped 8 wars, a man of stability, a man of restraint. And if bombs fall while he speaks of peace, well, that is simply proof of how peaceful the bombs are. And I guess the 40 children who are killed at a school today, that didn't matter. Meanwhile, we are assured the economy has never been stronger. Oil is supposedly at never-before-seen lows. Groceries are cheapest in American history. Utilities are practically writing a thank you check for us. And insurance companies are cutting premiums by percentages that would make a mathematician faint. And if your lived experience does not match those claims, the problem must be you and not the president, because the language has been adjusted. Definitions have been redefined. Reality has been rebranded. This is the play. If you can control the words, you can blur the consequences. If you can avoid the word war, you can avoid the debate about war. And if you call escalation deterrence and retaliation containment and bombing stability, then you can ask the public to nod along and go along with it with no questions asked, and they will praise you and bow down before you and say all is good. But out on the railroad, we had signals for a reason. Green meant go, red meant stop. And if someone tried to convince you that red actually meant strategic forward motion, we would have had wreckage and death all over the place. The Constitution is clear. Only Congress declares war. That is fact. But history is also clear. Presidents have used force without declarations before. The question is not what word is used. The question is what reality is unfolding. If bombs are falling and nations are retaliating, we owe ourselves honesty about what that means. You cannot manage risk by pretending it is something else. You cannot preserve peace by redefining conflict. You cannot strengthen a republic by training citizens to doubt their own very eyes. Words matter. Definitions matter. Truth matters most when the stakes are the highest. And today is one of those days. And as we look down the track of another day, let's keep the conversation rolling.